everybody, welcome to Awesome Drills. We're going to be going over our summer camp tutorials here, and this section is going to be dealing with just the website. Now the website that we're about to show you, you're more than welcome to have this for free if you like. If you're a member of Awesome Drills, all you have to do is shoot us over an email after you've opened up a Wix account. They're free, and we'll just send this site right over to you. You'd have to make some changes, of course, but for the general purpose of having it set up, it'll save you a lot of time. So let's just take a real quick brief look at how the front page is set up, and then we'll get into the pricing, and that's really what we want to focus on in this video. But here we just have some simple graphics. We've got the date up at the top, we've got the phone number, we've got an enroll button, we have our pricing and activities, we have our address, we have the name of the camp and the phone number again, and then we have some bullet points here on what makes us stand out compared to others. We do a full day, we do an entire summer, 11 weeks from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. We're state licensed. All of our upper level managers are all professional level CPR and first aid. We have age appropriate groups for all campers, so on and so forth. So we just put a lot of things in here that kind of separates us from anybody else when they're looking around. The more value you can bring to your program, the better. Then we just have a bunch of testimonials that we've pulled right off of Google for people that have filled that out. And then here we have a click for more reviews on Google. So if anybody clicks on that, it'll take them directly to our All-Star Camps page, and they can read. I mean, we have more reviews than anybody else in the area as far as camp is concerned. Right here on the right hand side we have a form. This is connected to Aweber, so you can open up an Aweber account. They're pretty cheap, and you can create lists, and you can get banners just like this and add them directly to your site, and then anybody that puts their name or email in here, it'll start to collect those for you, and then you can set up email campaigns that way. If you're not collecting leads, that's one of the most important things that you want to start thinking about doing, and start doing immediately. And Aweber is one of the better platforms that you can use to do that. Now, you could also make it to where you can give something away here. It's called an ethical bribe. You could give away the 5 tips for choosing, summer activities or something like that in order to get somebody's information. I don't really need to for the summer camp. People fill this out just because they want the information for the camp anyway. So we don't make it mandatory that they fill it out. If somebody wants to, they do. Down here we just have some more graphics. We have some activities here. We talk about how they can view what's going on at the camp from a computer or a phone. We talk about some different themes here, and then we say we have a very flexible payment plan, because that's important as well. Then we've just got a bunch of testimonials again here, and then we start to hit on a few different issues about the cost of camp, and how most camps can average anywhere from $200 to $500 a week. And that's what we really hit them on. We hit them on a price point, and we kind of undercut the majority of the camps that are in our area, that enables us to fill up. So if you notice one thing on the website, though, you don't see anything about martial arts so far. You don't see any pictures of martial arts kids. You don't see any mention that it's a martial arts camp, or that it's at a karate school, or anything like that. So you really kind of open up a wider net when you start to advertise it as a sports camp. So that's one of the problems I see a lot of the martial arts schools have when they try to run a summer camp, is that they promote it as that. And you might want just a martial arts summer camp, but a lot of people aren't educated on what martial arts is, and they have a misconception of martial arts. But when you present it as a sports camp, which really it is, I mean, we do a martial arts class throughout the day, sometimes 2, and then the rest are just sport activities and arts and crafts and things of that sort. So we do offer a lot more than just martial arts. We just happen to hold it in a martial arts center during the summer, and we provide a great price that enables us to help people out that they can't really afford a $200 to $500 a month payment for summer camp. For their kids, you're talking anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. So that's where we really try to capitalize on people who need an affordable camp option. So here's let me jump back. So our pricing and our activities. So once they click on that, below you will find our prices for the full day summer camp. Also, you'll see a list of some of the activities that we do during camp. The information provided here will also give you a better idea of what you need on a daily basis. So we try to give them as much information as we can here to prevent them from having to call us and ask us or wonder what they need. Anticipate the needs and then try to meet them beforehand. As soon as you decide we are the summer camp for you and your child, simply click on the sign up form button and reserve your spot, and we're going to get to that in just a little bit. So as we start down here, we get into the fee for camp and when it needs to be paid. I would not recommend taking payments during the summer because you're always going to have people that stiff you, especially if they're not your regular members and you let them pay. They may sign up for the entire summer, commit to the entire summer, come 3 weeks, and then bail on you, and then you can't really fill those spots at that point. So I would highly recommend, and we've never had any problem collecting all of the payments before the camp starts, and we do it in this case, we're starting on the 19th this year, so we give ourselves enough time to fill any spots that might drop. So June 8th is when the payments need to be made, and we put it plain in, unfortunately no exceptions can be made. We charge a non-refundable fee of $100 per family upon registration. So if somebody wants to reserve a spot, it's $150 to reserve that spot. That doesn't come off of the price of the camp. That's on top of that. Now we've had some people say, well, what if somebody wants it back? Well, here's the thing. We're still in January of 2017, and as you can see, the camp is pretty much sold out. All I have is 5 emergency spots left, which I charge a premium for. So if somebody drops out, I could have filled these spots because I took them out. So the fact that they dropped out could have cost me from filling that person's spot. So that registration fee that's why it's non-refundable, because these spots really truly are gold, and once they're gone and they're harder to fill the closer it gets to summer. So what we did is we do 3 different price tiers. We do a super early bird registration. That's only if they commit to the entire summer, so they have to do 10 to 11 weeks. It's $13.97 this year and a registration fee of $99, and we opened that up to 25 people, and that sold out really quick. And then we move into what we call our early bird registration. Again, it's only for those that commit to the entire summer. That's $14.97 with a $150 registration fee. That's already sold out. Our late registration is 10 to 11 weeks, $16.97 with a $150 registration. That's sold out as well. So now I'll leave 5 spots open for anybody who procrastinates and waits to the last minute or wants to be in our camp, because a lot of people read the great reviews that we have about the camp and want to be there. And so we'll fill this out over the next 30 days, I would imagine. These will be gone as well. And right here we do $50 off if they have more than 1 kid. Off the total. So if they have 2 kids, we would take $50 off of their $14.97. Down below, if they're not going to be doing the entire summer, as you can see, I've already put a big red mark through it because they're not available anymore. We're only accepting 5 full summer spots. But if somebody was looking to register for less than the full summer, these would be the rates. So 9 weeks would be, I think it's $1,600 even. 8 weeks is $1,425, and then it gets a little bit higher as it goes down, so 1 week would end up being $197. We don't have many, maybe 4 or 5 people that end up doing less than the whole summer. As far as payment plans are concerned, they can make as many payments as they like, and we're going to get into that in another video. I'm going to go over exactly how we set up the payment structure and how I never have to talk to anybody, and it's all done online, and you can connect it directly to your bank account. and you don't have to go through a billing company or anything like that. So make sure that you check out that that video on billing and how we run that. But we let them make as many payments as they want leading up to June 8th. If they're late, we tack on a $25 fee each week. Let's see, the costs are based on a full week of attendance. So if they're coming for 3 to 5 days, that's considered a full week. So if somebody's only coming 3 days out of the week, they're still going to pay for that full week. And then I always put down here, our camp always fills up with summer camp participants, so drop-in rates or anything less than 3 days will not be accepted this year. So since we are so full, we don't want to take anybody that's doing less than a full week, and we don't want to take any drop-ins. And once you get your summer camp to that point, and you will, you kind of hold the cards here, and you really make the decisions on what it is that you're going to accept and what you're not going to accept. Then down here we just have some of the activities that we do, and then here we give them some information on what they'll need on a daily basis. So anything that you want the kids to bring on a daily basis, you'll put that in. And then down here at the bottom there's an enroll button. So let's jump into the registration page. Okay. So the registration page, let's go down and break down exactly what I have on here. And you're more than welcome to take that and build it on whatever platform you're using as your form to collect the information for registration. I'm using a product here from Member Solutions called Event Manager. Been using it for a couple of years. Actually works pretty well. I only use it to collect the registration form, so that's it. So if we scroll down here just a little bit up at the top, it has a little bit of information here. You can put your verbiage, whatever you want to put in there, and then it has the event date. Our camp is running from June 19th to September 1st, and then we have the registration deadline being June 30th, but the registration is pretty much over at this point, so I'll go in there and change that and put camp is full. And then it has the address here and a little bit of map that they know that they can locate where we are. So we have the camper's name, the camper's age, and when you see these little red asterisks, that means that they have to fill that out. They can't skip anything. The parent's name, parent's last name. We have the address, city, state, zip, phone, email. Here I have a little note, and this will, you can go in and change. Like when we started at $13.97 for the early bird, once those 25 spots were filled, what I did was I went in and changed this to $14.97. So you can go in and edit your forms and make it whatever you want to and make the changes as you need. So right here I say that we only have 5 spots available, so they have to check that off. So that's the only option that they have at this point. Then when they scroll down, they're going to choose the weeks that they're going to attend. If they're not going to be there let's just say they're not going to be there the week of the 4th of July, leave that blank. So we know when the kids are going to be there. Maybe they're not going to be there week 10. So we know exactly what weeks that they're going to be there. Emergency contact name, emergency contact cell phone number, persons authorized to pick up and drop off your child. You're going to want to make sure that you collect that information. You have it somewhere, and people are being checked as they're coming to pick up the kids, especially if you're bringing in a lot of campers that are not from your school. And then you're going to have any permissions. So we have a pool that's close to us that we can walk to, and we also have a park that we can walk to. Parents don't want the kids to go, but just simply click no. Down here, please give us a detailed description of any medical issues the camper may have. Also, please list any medications that will need to be administered. Dose, frequency, copy of prescription should be provided before the camp starts. Here's another important piece of information that you want to make sure that you get from everybody. You want to know if they have any issues, and you got to make that aware to all of your staff. I understand that I will need to provide an updated immunization record before camp starts. If you're running a summer camp, most likely you have to be state licensed. A lot of people are running camps without that. You have to check with your state. As far as I know, the majority of the states are going to require you to have a license in order to run a camp, especially if you're having the kids there all day. So make sure that you don't run under the radar when it comes to that and you're following the rules, because the last thing you want is the state to come in and shut you down because you're running an illegal camp. And then they're going to put their preferred healthcare facility, family doctor and contact number, and then I authorize the camp staff to seek the proper medical treatment if an emergency should rise, and then they will be paying the camp balance off in one payment by June 8th, 2017. I changed this before it had one payment by June 8th, or I would like to break it up into payments. So at least I know that they're going to be paying it off in one shot, or whether or not they're going to be breaking that up. It doesn't really matter. I mean, they do it all online anyway. I have my terms and conditions here, my liability waiver, and then they can add another person by clicking this button here. Now, if they just scroll down, whatever your registration fee is, if it's $99 or $500 in this case, you can put that amount in here to be billed upon the registration. That'll come off, in this case, that'll come off to $2,000. So, because we're not really charging a registration fee for the $2,000. And then they have the option to pay in full or pay offline. So in my case, I only give them the option to pay online. So I don't give them a chance to pay offline, because then you'll have people that will register, take up a spot. You may never hear from them. They don't pay the registration fee. And then you're holding that spot and waiting, and you're never hearing. So just make it to where they have to pay with a credit card or a checking account in order to hold that spot. And then, of course, they would put all their information in here, billing and payment, and then they'll sign right down there, and they'll shoot that over. So once you have that, it bounces right over here inside of your dashboard, where it shows all of your registrants. So I'm not going to open up any of these, but this is going to lead into what we do with our billing. So we're going to jump right into the next video and show you exactly how we set up the billing for all of these people that register, and then we'll break that down, and we'll put a few in just to show you exactly how that works. So that's going to conclude this video, just kind of going over what the site looks like, and then what the registration page looks like, and exactly what we have on the registration page, just in case you need to create one with whatever form builder you're using, or if you're creating hard copies, which I wouldn't recommend, but some of you might be. So if you have any other questions, feel free to leave comments in the comment sections, or shoot me over a message. I'll be more than happy to help you. So I'm Tony with AwesomeDrills.com, and we'll see you in the next video.